All right, y'all. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, y'all. So this is your boy Eric G, and welcome to a brand new episode of Random Thoughts with Eric G. Hey, y'all. I took a break, and I am back with the Get Out. Hey, y'all. So this is your boy Eric G. So, y'all, I am back with a brand new episode of Random Thoughts with Eric G, and I am so happy to be back. I took a month off. I decided to just take a break, just to release, like, just to clear my mind and just release any negative thoughts I had and just find peace. I think that's what we all need, just to take a break from um just the things that keeping us like held back, you know. So I took a break for the podcasting and I'm back. And it seems like while I took a break, the world went straight to hell. and and yo, so I decided to come on back. And it's the best time to come on back. So I decided to come back with my great friend, man, all the way from Atlanta, man. And yo, to start the Kyndra Crump show. Yo, my home girl, Kyndra Crump. How you doing, baby girl?
Hey man, look, you still owe me money from 2005, man. Where my $55 at?
Damn, I thought it was 55 cents. My bad. All right, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey man, I can't call. I appreciate you bringing me back on. I'm glad we made it happen
Always.
and everything else like that.
Yeah.
I'm always elated anytime that you get a chance to reach out and say, hey, let's go ahead and collaborate. Cause you bring positive energy. There ain't nothing but positivity like that swirling around you. That's why it goes through your locks as well. Your locks are flourishing because you're a positive person. You know.
Thank you. See, look. I hope my wife is listening because she want me to cut these damn things off. So, thank you, baby. Hey, look. She said that a positivity in these things. Okay, so pretty much, y'all. So I brought Kyndra on the show pretty much to for us to just talk and vent because with all the stuff that's been going on in the world lately. I feel like I can't tackle it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I need a person to help me deal with it. And y'all, man, only one person I know can help me go through it is my homegirl right here, man.
Right.
And so before we get started, Kyndra, can you let the world know what you've been up to?
I am back. I'm at Georgia State now. I was at Clark Atlanta, and I'm at Georgia State. On the road to receiving my PhD in child psychology. So y'all can call me Dr. Crump Taylor because I'm still married to Rapper the Game. Back to the story. I am. And school's cool. It's like this. They're really kicking my butt. I'm like, man, this PWI ain't playing. The HBCU, they didn't care. Back to the story. Don't tell them I said that. Anyway.
Oh.
So, I'm still single, trying to mingle with folks, but I don't know, something's wrong with them. Let me tell you a quick story what happened yesterday. Some guy, I was on the phone. I don't know if he realized when I was like, had the headphones in, my mouth is making words. I don't know if he realized that, but he didn't, so he pulls up in a Challenger, didn't even have the audacity to get out and introduce himself like real men should. But anyway, back to the story. Had a cigarette in his mouth. I'm already disgusted. He thought I was in my 40s when he told me how old he was. I'm like, do I look like I'm 40? So that's strike 2. Well, actually, he's strike 3 right now. He's already struck out. Then he tells me, oh, yeah, I make $20 an hour. That ain't no money.
Hey, yo, that's the pickup line. Hey, at least he get, hold on, wait, hold on. So a lot of people don't know. So when I was on your show, you were talking to the guy who was driving the cart at the airport. So, that's a step up.
You know what? Speaking of that guy, you know how there are certain people out there that you just kind of wish that would not even speak to you. I kind of wish he would have never said nothing to me. He is so annoying and immature, and I'm like, bro, you look good for no reason, bro.
I'm saying though, he's driving the carts at the airport. Ain't too much more he's gonna do for you. I'm just saying.
You know what? Screw you. Back to the story. So anyway, bro, I told Challenger dude. I said, hey man, I said to him, I'm just gonna, keep it real with you. You smoke cigarettes. I'm not really interested in the guy. who smokes cigarettes. I thought he would, once he realized I was 20 plus years younger than him, I thought he would have realized, like, let me just skirt off. But I guess he's, Robert Kelly's his favorite singer. Back to the story.
Robert Kelly.
Robert Kelly. So back to the story. And so he didn't skirt off. So I said, hey, I don't do guys who smoke cigarettes. He's like, well, whenever I'm around you, I'll make sure to put mints in my mouth and won't smoke cigarettes around you. Bro, I said, you're out of my age group. He's like, okay. If he would have kept trying to, say let's go with each other, I would have been like, bro, give me $10,000 right now. Then a large amount of money, just like so he can skirt off. But other than that, that's what's going on. And men who are 50 years old who are hollering at me who still are in the streets. That's the story for another day. So yeah.
Oh man, you're not gonna let them court you. That's what they do when they're 40 plus. They try to court. That's all they're trying to do.
You know what? I'm not even, when it comes to courting, I feel like they're trying to court their ding dong in my hoo-ha. So I'm not trying to get there. They want to probably court it on the first day, and I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Oh man, come on. They trying to gas station peel you, girl. That's all they're trying to do. they try to get you that rhino. They try to hit you with that rhino peel. You
know what? Hey, have you ever used that before? No, plead the fifth if you have.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Okay.
First of all, I'm only 32. I'm not at that age range yet.
I mean, that only. You just tried it for fun. You just tried it for fun. Say, baby, I'm just trying it for fun.
No. First of all, when I do, I have no shame in my game. When I do, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker to be like, "Yo, I hit the rhino." I'm telling you, but when it does, I'll be the first one to say it. I haven't yet, but when hold on, baby, rhino. Okay.
I actually saw a rhino at an old man's house one day. I was like, wow, this is interesting. This is interesting. It was on his fridge. It was like plastered on the fridge. It was an empty like pill, but it like had rhino. I'm like, bro.
See?
Throw it away. It's nothing there anymore. But hey, okay.
No. He say that as a souvenir.
You know what? Hilarious.
I'm saying. He said it as a souvenir. That was a great time for him.
That was. That really was.
So let's steer into tonight's conversation.
Okay, let's do it.
So I want to get into the nice conversation because, like I said, I've been going for a while, and now I'm back with a jump off. But I want to steer into the conversation because, like I said, the first thing first we want to say is that I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news. As of lately, we are very close into going into World War III, and it's not just a rumor anymore. It's actually the possibility of happening.
Yeah,
it's
that's
very
true.
close. It's very close to happening now. It has been said that if America even engage in helping with any part of the combat with Russia, if America send one bomb, we will actually start the process of World War III. Do you think that we're prepared to go into this war?
No, because aren't we like trillions of dollars in debt? Number one. I feel like we're in debt. I've been told we're in debt. I don't know how we got in debt.
I mean, I've been in debt with IRS and student loans for the last 20 years, but that's neither here nor there.
And that's the thing, right? So I've been about even with that. Like I've come across people who have posted online, social media saying, "Man, my student loans have been forgiven. Oh my gosh, Biden's amazing." And all that other type of stuff. I'm like, why does it not hit you? Like, you need to have your student loans forgiven. You need to go be in Dubai somewhere nice on an island because your student loans are forgiven, right?
Right.
But with that being said, we're not prepared for anything. Okay, we have a president in the office who calls people jackasses or whatever he calls on or off camera. So he's not professional. That's one. Okay, you need somebody professional. Number two, he falls asleep and he drools as well. Okay, nobody's clean that spill up. You gotta have a wet floor sign. It's so wet over there. Okay.
Right.
Number three. You got Kanye West acting a fool. I don't know if he's doing this for show or if this is who he is. Because a lot of stuff is publicity. A lot of stuff out there is publicity stunts. They got to stay relevant. and everything else like that. But it's too much going on. So no, we're not ready at all. It has been it really has been a shit show, honestly. And I honestly believe that we need to who I don't know who's in charge of saying throw the first bomb or anything else like that, but whoever it is, they need somebody to make sure that they talk them out of it and say, hey, we're not doing that, we're not doing this at all, but no, we're not prepared. And on top of that, I think about the fact that if we actually do go to war, the gas prices are going to be, up there. However much a Louis Vuitton bag costs, I think that's how much gas is. And guess what? We all going to have to start, taking some cocaine so we can just run to work. There it is.
Hey, I don't know about you. I got a horse on layaway. So I'm just saying this.
All right, then.
I'm telling you this right here. Me and Mr. Ed is about to hit this right here on 85. Well, I'm just saying. But my thing is, I think, first of all, I'm kind of for Biden a little bit with this,
okay?
Because I think that Biden really don't want to go to war.
Mm-hmm.
But
why is it even up for debate? That's what I'm lost about. Why are we even having a war? Like, that's where I'm confused about. Because I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I was gonna say again. Please explain to me why we are even doing war in the first place. What's going on with it?
Well, I think a lot of people don't know that we're currently in 3 different wars right now, as we speak. I mean, we're still fighting 9/11. Like, you don't understand it. We're still fighting that.
We are. Wow.
We're not out of that. I mean, we're still fighting Iraq. We're still fighting Afghanistan. We're still fighting Iran. I mean, yes, we have brought soldiers home, but we're still in that. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of people forget that. That's one thing. But second thing is we're allies with a lot of Ukraine. Okay. And we also, because of Trump, allies with a lot of Russia. So since Ukraine is such a small entity in Russia, they're looking for help. It's like, okay, look, our big brother. I mean, this big country is beating our ass. We need help. We need somebody to help us. And the United States, like, we cool with y'all. Can y'all help us fight these people? Like, they beating our ass.
Well, why did they, out of all the places, why didn't they go like to Africa, the motherland, as some Egyptians? Why did they have to choose us?
That's what I'm saying too, though. But they're like, well, but they're popular though. Like, America's more popular. I mean, Africa's cool and whatnot, but we ain't fucking with the niggas like that. Let's go over here. And that's another thing too I want to bring up too, because also you watch the news. If you watch the news, it's weird because Ukrainian people are really like racist.
Wow.
If you look at like, I'm allegedly, because I'm not trying to put it out there too much. If you watch the news, there's been a lot of reports of how they're holding back a lot of the black, civilians. Yeah, well, civilians, from escaping the country.
Is that why, when it comes to, I think Brittany Griner, the basketball player, how she's stuck over there, or is that
she's stuck in Russia.
Oh, no, Russia. Okay.
She's in Russia.
Okay, got you.
Well, she's stuck in Russia. See, I'm gonna get into that too. She's stuck in Russia on a drug charge. Mm-hmm. She went to Russia she's stuck in Russia. She's in prison in Russia because she had weed. She got caught with weed. Trying to catch a flight.
I mean, well, they don't have weed. You know what? I be like confused sometimes. Like, bro, you know where you about to go. They probably gonna have better weed out there. You didn't want to wait until you made it to your destination.
And I don't understand that either. Like, look at wrong. I'm not a smoker, but I smoked before.
Okay.
I mean, but is it that serious that you say, you know what? I'm gonna get on this plane with this blunt. I don't understand. And first of all,
it's never serious. It's not, honey. Listen, I got weed socks. I got a weed hat. I'm not a smoker either. I promise you, I'm not. I like the decoration and everything else like that. Hopefully, by me wearing this advertisement, hey, you want a free 3-5? Sure, thank you. Hasn't happened yet. I'm still hopeful, but like I say, even with that, like you still have to have self-control, and apparently people who get caught with that, they don't have self-control. They're really willing to risk everything, and that to me is a problem. Those are people. Those are people you stay away from.
But don't say though, like, but what makes you think that it's a smart idea to? I mean, first of all, on an airplane, in general, like bringing like any type of.
Maybe she felt like she could go to the bathroom and hit it real quick and air out, like probably have her little can of air freshener as well. Have the whole nine. Or she's like, hey, I'm Brittany Griner. Nothing can happen to me.
Look,
there's some people like that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's some people like that though.
Well, I'm scared to bring talent out some damn time because I'll be looking like, look, these mugs do not play.
They don't. And I work at the airport. One time I was going through, like, because we have employee security. So one time I was going through employee security, and like they had to pull my stuff to the side because I had 2 rolls of coins, like quarters. One was a roll of quarters and one was a roll of dimes. I'm like, so what I started doing was first I had to eventually I stopped bringing coins. I don't even know why I was bringing coins in the first place, but I stopped before.
See, random shit. It don't matter why.
Well, you know what? But you know what I started doing? What you had to do is there's some things you just got to pull out and put in a different container in a different cart and stuff like that, and just so it can go through the scanner with no problem. I guess it was posed as a threat.
Right. A blunt is one of them. Go ahead.
It could be, once everybody becomes a little bit more I guess conservative, is that the correct word? Become more free spirited in a sense, and hey, we can all
I mean at this point right now, I mean we are, well, I don't know, we just see crazy thing. I mean we'll go more into topics, but go ahead. So you say that you got in trouble for breaking quarters and dimes.
Yeah, I was just like, they just had to pull my bag to the side. And one time my bag went through the scanner and it just like, it beeped. And I was like, what's going on with it now? And they're like, oh, okay, there was nothing in here. I'm like, bro, what the heck? It's called random selection too. That's what they do.
Yeah, that sounds very racist. But but that was saying so, and also even with the Brittany Renner thing, like if all places and they say
Brittany Griner. Don't say Renner, because don't say Renner.
I'm sorry. My bad. I'm thinking about sex ed. Anyway, look.
Oh gosh.
But anyway, so with Brittany Griner, right? Mm-hmm. So that's right.
That's
so even with that situation with her, and I'm not trying to fault her for what she got going on, but first of all, what makes me want to fault her is you're dealing. A is weed, and you go to the airport. Mm-hmm. But B, it's in Russia. I mean, of all places you're going to do something there, 2 places I would not try to do any type of like illegal activities. It's Russia, and 3 places. It's Russia, Germany, and Alabama. The 3 places.
Wait! You gotta throw in Mississippi, especially if you black.
Right. Those are 4 places you would never do anything illegal as a black person. I would never try to. You get what I'm saying?
And Russia,
then we're about to go to war.
I was gonna say this about Russia as well, man. Russian is the hardest language known to man. I can speak 15 languages, and when I say speak, mean like I'm fluent like 10%, so I can keep up in conversation enough to not get a beat down. But Russian, when people try to teach me Russian, the word hello is 15 words just to say hello. Russian is the hardest language known to man. So think about that. You got a hard language and you can't even, nobody knows how to really speak it. And come on. And they don't like, let me ask you something. Would you ever go to Russia? Like, beside the fact of what's going on, would you ever go to Russia?
Hell no.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No. I'm going to tell you, it's nothing up there, and no offense. There's nothing about Russia that says, I want to go there for fun. There's nothing that says, if Russia can have.
You might find, a cool homeboy. Your wife might find a cool home girl, and you guys can go on dinner dates and stuff.
Man, let me tell you. Look, Russia's gonna have beaches. You can have beaches. It can have damn free. It got free tacos. I'm not going to Russia.
That's what you like tacos. You like? Are you soft shell or hard shell?
Look at my neck. It tells you everything you need to know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I like. First of all, like I'm negative 1/3 Mexican.
Okay.
So I like soft shell, but no, but
I'll go to Russia. I'll go to Russia for both of us. Give me about like 5 to 10 years, and I'll make sure. Like I said, I won't in case they want to drug test me. Oh, she looks like she has dreads. She looks like she smokes. So in case my pee's gonna be clean, everything. You know, I'm gonna have a translator with me.
Look, let me tell you. Only thing, see, like I'm gonna tell you, ever since Rocky, I have been scared of Russia. I've been scared of Russia.
I still have not seen Rocky though.
Why?
Because the same reason I haven't listened to any of Jay-Z's albums. It's not time.
I mean, damn the war. This is very interesting. Anyway, so look. But no,
that's a real war right there. Whenever I tell people that I haven't listened to any of Jay-Z's albums and I don't understand Scarface, people ready to sit here and fight me, and I'm like, bro, what's going on?
But I'm gonna tell you that anything after reasonable doubt, you can really have. I don't really care. I'll be all the way honest with you, man. I mean, the Black Album, but other than that, though, I really don't. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a Jay-Z fan. I was a Nas fan. To be honest with you.
So Nas had killed Jay-Z in Ether.
Oh yeah.
So why do you think Jay didn't say nothing back to him? Why do you think Jay didn't have a diss?
Because Jay-Z killed Nas in business.
Ooh, good. That's really good. That's really
Jay-Z,
good.
Nas killed Jay-Z in the rap category, yes. Mm-hmm. But Jay-Z killed Nas business-wise.
And that actually is a smarter move than...
Yes. Because Nas ended up working for Jay-Z.
You know what? Hey, man. Hey. Amazing. But going back to it, because no one else, we're going to veer off the road and we're going to
see. All right. So, see, look, this is my damn show that I'm got off the subject. Anyway, so we're going to the war. So like I said, so we clarified that America is not ready to go into no war. That's one thing we can agree on. We are not ready to go to no war. So with that being said, so let's dive into what is going on in America right now. Mm-hmm. This is why we are not ready to go into war. First thing first, we can't. We so absurd. No, absurd. We so obsessed with celebrity. I think that the way that America obsession with celebrity is right now is consuming us. That we are not paying attention to what's going on outside of America. Mm-hmm. And nobody got us more obsessed than Kanye West.
Yeah, I just. Well, let me ask you this: do you feel like we have we ever been prepared to go to war? Are people really ever prepared to go to war?
I think we was after 9/11.
Okay.
I think after 9/11, I think 9/11 was when, I'm gonna tell you, and this is the honest thing I will say. I think 9/11 we was more united more than anything. Mm-hmm. If I go back to me, because when 9/11 happened, I was what?
10?
No, I was not. No, I was like what? 11, 12?
Yeah. Okay. You were middle school.
Yeah, I was in 6th grade. I was in 6th grade when it happened. So when it happened, I can remember watching on TV, and I remember there was this big uproar in the world. But I feel like we was, as a country, whether you was black or white, we was actually more united. And all the time we was, and it was weird because we was united, but was also like had a common enemy, and it was weird because it was the Muslims. The enemy was the Muslims.
The Al Qaeda,
Yeah, but no, it was actually, which was really sad. Everybody linked Muslims all together.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you that. Let me ask you something. How deep did you get into that? And meaning in the sense, were you afraid to go buy a bean pie?
Oh, hell no. Well, first of all, I'm in North Carolina. It don't matter with me. If you was Arab altogether, it don't matter. We in North Carolina. Every store was an Arab store. Okay. We're like, don't buy me. But let me get that.
Oh, wait! I got a joke for you. Imagine cheating on an Arab and then boom, nothing else, just boom.
Oh shit! Yep. They'll do it for me. All right. Hey yo, but no, man. But look, on the side, man. But I do think, yo, some war-wise, I think that's the only time I can say that as a country we was ever ready for war. I think when 9/11 happened, we was ready. But I do think that because of 9/11, and we realized how long it was. It's been going over like 20 some plus years. We're like, yo, we kind of tired of this shit now. We're like, all right, now it was fun at first. And then we're like, all right.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, right? So I remember middle school for me because I'm like 7 years younger than you. So I remember middle school for myself. I just remember, or elementary middle school, hearing about like a war that was going on, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, I didn't hear the war no more. So this is before I realized and had to get more in tune and realize that just because they're not reporting on it doesn't mean that it's still not happening. So I'm like, so why are they not reporting on it anymore? Like, how am I supposed to know if it's what's going on and stuff like that? You know, so like I said, I was very much lost. I was thinking to myself that the war was finally over, you know, but apparently it probably was stopped maybe a few years ago, or maybe it's probably still going on, you know.
Let me tell you, I thought it stopped when they cut Bin Laden's head off. That's what I thought. They found, I mean, Barack Obama came in office. I like, oh shit, this nigga that cut Bin Laden's head off, we done. Like that would happen to me. Obama came in office, he was like, we cut his head off, we done. The troops are coming home. Then next I know, it was video coming out. We still at war. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But I mean,
did you personally know anybody out there that you went to school with, or who had a family member who was in the war?
Yeah, my sister-in-law was actually in the war.
Your sister-in-law was in the war.
Yeah, she was actually she was one of my best friends. She's still she's still my best friend. She's still here. But yeah, my sister, my wife's sister. She
okay, so cool. So here's my question. How did she finally make it? How long was the war going on? And then she finally made it home. And or what was her job? Did she shoot back at people, or what did she do?
Well, I'm not sure. I never really asked her about it.
Okay, that's something I would probably have to talk to somebody and figure out.
Yeah.
Okay,
I never, because my thing is for me, people who went to it, I never really want to ask them. I know plenty of people who actually went to it, but I never wanted to ask them their experience. That makes sense. I have one of my coworkers who's on it's this lady, she worked with me. But she went to war back when it first started. You know what I'm saying? And she's like 50. And she when it first started, and she was telling me, when she first started, when it first happened to her, she's noticed how they was just injecting her with stuff, and they didn't even know what it was. Yeah,
wait, why would they even inject her with anything in the first place?
That's the way.
So I would have to come across her randomly and just have a conversation.
But if it's not just her, you research war in general. If you go back to Vietnam, you go back to Gulf War, you go back past that probably. They've been testing they was testing soldiers for years. So
it's wild that I actually wanted to go to war. You know, when I would go to war. Wait, no, hold on. Let me. I want to go enlist myself. I wanted to enlist myself at one point in the Army, military, whatever, Air Force. I wanted to enlist myself because, at one point I thought about it. But then I thought to myself, I don't want to get woken up in the middle of the night to go run 10 miles. I don't, in case somebody, harasses me and I tell, a sergeant and they're like, oh, well, welcome to the club. Or whatever. And I was afraid of war and stuff like that. I was afraid that what if I would have lost an arm or a leg and then calling me Nubby and I'm 20 years old.
Don't say that part.
And people call me because people are mean. They're gonna call you Nubby. They're like, "What happened to you?" And so I lost body parts. I'm trying to get a drink at 20, but they're like, "What's your ID?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Where's my ID? Do you not look? Yeah. I'm in war. Like, what type of crap?"
Right. But you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I remember one time, man. I'm not getting to the war subject. We stuck in the war, but anyway, it's real talk. So I remember I enlisted into the Navy. Right to high school.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Congratulations. Thank you for your service.
Don't congratulations. I didn't go, but I enlisted, but I didn't go through. But I remember when you I don't know if this happened in your school or not, but when you in school, you have the recruiters who come out.
We do. We had that.
And I remember the recruiters who come out, and I remember they seen me in the hallway, and I was unsure what I was going to do. I wanted to go to college, but then I wanted to go to college, but I was like, my dad was in the Air Force, not Air Force, he was in the Navy, and he was like, well, look, if you don't go to college, go to the Navy. And I was like, I said, well, all right, cool. I stopped playing sports. I would focus on money. My goal was just to focus on money.
Okay, good.
And so I got a job in school, and I was saving up money. That was my goal was, and so my goal was, here's my thing was, I wanted to go to college. But I wanted to go to college on an academic scholarship more than a sports scholarship. Because I was scared that if I keep on playing football, we get injured.
Okay.
Because I had friends who got hurt really bad, and that would make me stop.
And that will happen, most definitely.
So, and that what it was. And even though it was crazy. I ended up getting an academic scholarship, so a real nice school. And I turned it down because I felt like it wasn't enough money. Which is weird. At the time, I was smart enough. I could have got other scholarships at one point. I wasn't trying to. So my focus was the Navy. I enlisted in the Navy. They were like, yeah, lose some weight and come back.
Not lose some weight and come back.
No lie. They said lose some weight, come back. So it took me a year. I lost like 50 pounds and I came back. It took me a year. I lost 50 pounds and came back.
Good. Congratulations on the weight loss.
Yeah. And I found all them bitches. But anyway. I lost it, came back a year later. And I was in great shape. I was like you had to take this big test, right? So I was sitting there about to take the test. And in the middle of me taking the test, I thought to myself, am I doing this for me or I'm doing it for my dad? And that was the crazy part, right? I said, damn, am I doing this for me or am I doing this for my dad? And the test is like taking the SAT. It was like taking the SAT. It's the ASVAB.
Yeah, the ASVAB. I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go take it, and I should start like putting in the answers. Fail the ASVAB, the practice ASVAB.
Not failing.
I failed the
practice ones.
So they wanted me to come back so bad. They gave me the answers to the
ASVAB. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
They gave me the answers. I said, come back next week. I came back. I never came back. And then what happened was I became homeless, right? I became homeless.
I got a question. When you became homeless, like where'd you get a sign from? Because they always have like signs and chairs. They just like once you become homeless, like, hey, do you want one? Just give us a shoestring. Like, do you barter? That's what I be wondering about.
Well, let me tell you, I robbed an old lady, but it was neither here nor there. Look, like I was saying was, I'm like, damn old bitch, I need a sign. Anyway, oh gosh, but no, on the side, man. But I was homeless for like a couple months. It was a couple months. Okay. And but then when you go homeless, you're like, damn. If I was in the Navy, I had a place.
You know what? hey, it be like that. But going back with everything, as far as would you have been? Because the war does kind of tie back into what we were saying. Would you have been, if you didn't think about the question with your dad and stuff like that, would you have been prepared to serve the country in the way that they train you to serve the country?
Right. Would I be prepared?
Like, would you actually be prepared? Because, like I said, I don't know how the process works about how you go into the service to actually say, let's go to war and preparing you. Would you have been prepared and, like, mentally say, okay, I can do this. I'm doing this for my country.
I don't think that. Here's my thing is because I don't believe in the war. Me personally, I don't believe in the war because I feel like personally we're not fighting for ourselves. You're not fighting for yourselves, and I feel like even if we go to World War III. We're not fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for somebody else's freedom. And technically, we're not fighting. The people in that country is not fighting. You're not guaranteed freedom even if you fight for it. You know what I'm saying? Like because I feel like the the Africans that's in that country is still not free, even if we fight. That's one thing.
So that's the thing, right? We're supposed to be fighting for freedom, or what is to say we got like WWE? You got the championship belt now. Like what happens once you win? What happens then?
Okay, so here's like I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna change the subject real quick as we do this. So This is how I see how this war would have been. This war is okay. Mm-hmm. Ukraine is like Puerto Rico. Ukraine is like Puerto Rico. Russia is like America. Mm-hmm. Okay, so America is. Puerto Rico is part of America now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's say that America liked Puerto Rico. This is before America. This before Puerto Rico became part of America. Let's say that America like, I like Puerto Rico. I think Puerto Rico would be a nice part of America. Mm-hmm. And Puerto Rico's like, no, I think we're fine. Where we at? We're fine. But America's like, you know what? No, we want y'all. Mm-hmm. And Puerto Rico like, no, we're cool being just a small little country by ourselves. Mm-hmm. And America like, well, no, we're gonna take y'all. Mm. And Puerto Rico like, no, well, we prepared to fight, even though it's just us. And America like, no, well, we got 50 states ready to whoop your ass just in case you want to fight us. And Puerto Rico like, well, look, it's just us, but me and Jennifer Lopez will whoop your ass back just in case. You might get y'all 50 us, but me and Jennifer Lopez and Rosa Prius is gonna try our best. Mm. That's what's going on with Russia and Ukraine.
I love that. That's a lot better than I done seen some wacky ones on social media, like what's going on and everything. I like yours. Can I steal what you just said? Yeah. You know? Okay. And if it hits, then I'm gonna pay you some money.
Go for it, man. Hey, my cash app is be sent to you, and I'm gonna send you my cash app. Yeah, but that's how I take it. That's exactly how I take it. Mm-hmm. It's the same exact way. Because Puerto Rico is it's a smaller version. It's a smaller part of the United States.
So as far as with 9/11, when there was the war, from what you remember or what your parents talked to you about, right? What was going on, or what were some of the changes that you noticed that happened before there was a war with the whole 9/11 and after like 2004 to now? Okay, hold on. Before there was war, and then currently going through war. What were some things that you noticed that were different? Gas prices. I can't even say about the gas prices, but
maybe gas prices. But you talking to if you're going back before then, because like I said, to be honest with you, my mom. I'll tell you before when we had the last time we talked. My mom died when I was a kid. My dad, was around until I was a teenager, but I was raised by my grandmother. So it really wasn't, to me as a teenager, it really wasn't a major difference. But all that you knew that we more as a country, you noticed that everybody was more scared at that time. It was always broadcast that we should be more in fear at that time.
Typically it is. That's why you got to be mindful of watching the Tell Live Vision. That's what I call it.
But you got to think, even at that time, we was already, when 2000 hit anyway, when the year 2000 hit anyway for us, man, at that time, we were supposed to come into the 21st century scared. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm glad. You know what's so crazy? I remember 2012. They said the world was going to be ending, and there was a movie called 2012. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I was thinking, oh my gosh, the world is about to be ending, and I started thinking about so many crazy things that I had to do before the world ended, and everything else. So yeah, everybody was going crazy over 1999, 2000. You're like, oh shoot, the world is still here. Oh man, whatever it might be.
Right, it was a meme I seen yesterday, and the meme, it was it's like us telling our grandkids coming us in 2040, in 2043, talking about, are you scared, Granddad? Are you scared, Granddad? The world's about to end. And we'd have seen this plenty of times. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, 11 times by now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what I'm saying, but back in 2000 for us, like I said, coming in the year 2000, that's what it was. The world's supposed to end in the year 2000. Mm-hmm. The computers supposed to shut down the world, and supposed to shut down, and the world's supposed to end. So we was already coming into it supposed to be scared. And I remember in that year, I never forget, I was 10 years old. Mm-hmm. And I remember that at 12 o'clock, I'm at home waiting for the lights and stuff to get turned off at 12 o'clock. And nothing happened. And I never get it. And me and my little sister, we stocked up on like 25-cent chips and all of that.
Wow.
We were waiting for the lights to be turned off and the power to shut off because Y2K is about to hit, and we're about to the word about to end. So that what it was for us. And but 9/11 happened, when the war happened, we were, I think, and I'll be honest with you, as black people, it didn't faze us.
Mm-hmm.
We was already living in a recession. We was already living in poverty. We was already, we was already at war anyway. So it didn't really faze us as black people. Mm-hmm. For corporate America, it was the end of the world. But anyway, so let's get back into the subject. We've been off, you know how we do. So like I said, getting back into our country. So you know how we talk. So we get into the Kanye West situation. And I know you watched the documentary Genius.
I still have not seen it, and I think, I got a little free time. I probably should have done it last week while I was on spring break, but right. I have not seen it yet. I was told it's really great.
It is up to part 3. Part 3 had your ass like, what the hell is going on? But so Kanye West has been in the news every damn day for the past month. And he's, even from him starting war with Pete Davidson, him starting to beef with Pete Davidson, him starting to beef with D.L. Hughley, him starting to beef with Kim Kardashian, him starting to beef with his own kids, him starting to beef with anybody.
I didn't know he was beefing with the kids.
Yeah, because every time he sees his daughter on TikTok, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. So, what is your take on seeing all the different
personalities that are going on before us?
Right.
That's what it is. It's personalities. So number one, again, I don't know if this is a publicity stunt. I'm just going to keep it all the way real, because what person do you know in their right mind is out here? I mean, people will sit here. I've seen on social media adults talk and beef with each other online, and they're arguing back and forth, right? But at the same exact time, posting Kim's other phone, bro, what? So, like, even posting pictures and screenshots of that, posting all of that type of stuff, I honestly believe that this is he just needs to go get some help. This is mental health. He needs a PR, a strong PR at that. He needs people who quit telling him yes, his yes men, quit telling him yes. He needs, I don't know, I would say that, like, delivering, he needs to just have his account banned. So he won't keep seeing the same thing over and over again. The fact that they showed him, I don't know if it was Antonio Brown and North, and first off, I just don't understand celebrities naming their kids, man. Like, bro. Yeah, anyway, so back to the story. So even with them at the Super Bowl, and he's looking spooky, sitting next to her, next to North, I'm like, you really decided to go out the house with your dad looking like? Sometimes you gotta be like, Dad, I don't want to. Like, she should have just been like, Dad. Like, kids are honest. Kids will tell you what time it is. She should have been like, Dad, like, no, or something in that realm. I don't know. Right. I feel like with this whole Kanye mess going on, I'm about tired of hearing his name in the news every day. Somebody keeps streaming him, and I'm like, guys, this is what he wants, let's and stuff like that. But hey, I mean, I don't know I don't know. Maybe he needs to just go have relations with Pete and Kim. They can all have a threesome. That solves the problem right there. And Kanye's girlfriend Julia, they can all have an orgy. How about that?
I think they'd be hot and sweaty, but I don't think they'd be very appetizing.
I mean, hey, whatever flow. I was like, why is Pete with Kim anyway? This is all of it's strange. All of it's strange.
That is very strange. That's very nasty. You think about it all together. That's not attractive at all. But like I said, I've been watching it. I'm with you too, though. I do think that's very I do think it's a PR move. Same way that I feel like him and the whole Taylor Swift thing was back in the day.
Oh yeah, let me ask you something. Did you watch the episode on Drink Champs with him on Drink Champs?
I've seen bits and pieces. I didn't watch the whole thing.
It took me like a week to to finish it up because it was very long and stuff like that.
Right,
but he talked about that. He mentioned something about him being on medication or whatever, or he was drunk or something like that, which I still feel like wasn't an excuse. But at the same exact time, I'm like, bro, fame is a drug, man. Like he all of it, him making Donda, him trying to free Larry Hoover. Like, bro, I already wrote Larry Hoover. Okay, he's not coming home. He told me to stop writing him because he's not coming home. Like, what are you doing this concert? Him versus Drake. Like, what? None of this makes sense.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm not at this point. I'm not blaming his mama no more. I think the point that we keep blaming his mama, that his mom died and that he's going through it because his mom died.
I think he killed his. I think his mom. He had something to do with his mom's stuff. I'm an Illuminati specialist. That's how I believe. That's honestly what I believe. I don't put nothing past nobody.
I got a family member who says the same thing. They think he sacrificed his mom.
A lot of it's a lot of people out. I'm telling you, man. These people will do anything to become famous. If you watch that documentary, you'll be surprised. People will do anything to become famous. There are such great actors and actresses out here in Hollywood, and they will sit here and play the role of the victim. And it's like pretty much, have you ever had somebody that lied so good you actually believed the lie, and then you had to sit back and think, bro, they got me. Like this is I got you type moment and stuff like that.
I have 2 teenage sons. Yeah.
Wait, hold on, real quick pause. What's the latest lie that your son is one of your sons told that you actually pretty much believed until you had to sit back and think, bro, he's lying?
Let me see if I can find a good one, because I don't believe too much. Because hey, they were like, hey, good morning. I'm like, let me see, what was it? He asked, okay, I got one. He told me to pick him up from. He asked me to pick him up from his girlfriend's house because he didn't want to stay, because they didn't want him to stay late at practice.
Okay.
I'm like, no. I normally pick you up at a certain time. Why are you not in practice? That's.
Oh, okay. Look, I just believed it. Did you ever figure out what he really was trying to do?
No, I know exactly what you're trying to do.
Have you guys had the talk yet?
Oh, we have had the talk plenty of times. If you matter of fact, I got an episode. I think my episode 4. Episode 4. You go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, you see my episode 4. It's me and a couple good podcasters. We actually talked about having to talk with our kids. So I had to talk with my oldest son when he was, I think he was about like 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. And as he got older, we went more in depth with the talk. Mm-hmm. We went not in depth with the talk. Mm-hmm. So we went more in depth with it. But yeah, we had to talk. But I think when you get, now he's 15. So when we get like, it's certain things I know he's not going to tell me. And part of me don't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want him to like, hey, yo, man, I've been fucking like hell. Like, I don't want to hear that.
Hey, you know what? Hey, so you was a teenage father.
Well, no, he's taking my steps.
Oh, I was about to say, bro, that nigga rolled back and you know that. I was like, oh, shoot, you was a teenage father.
I was, but they not here. But look, anyways, they not here nor there. They not here nor there. Mind your business.
Hilarious.
Mind your business.
Hilarious. We're going back with Kanye.
What happened in their doctor's office is our business. Don't shut up.
Going back with Kanye, I just, like I said, man, this is all of this. I don't know. I think this is just something that just needs to die down. I don't understand how. None of this just like how does he sleep at night knowing he's just causing a terror across the U.S. of A. Right. How's he able to sleep at night?
I do think, like I said, I'm with you. I do think it's a publicity stunt, and just knock it all down. I do think it's a publicity stunt, which I think he learned from 50 Cent. It's a publicity stunt he learned from 50 Cent. I'm just gonna say it out loud. I'm gonna be real with you. If anybody don't believe me, fight me. He
No, but you
did
know
learn
what?
that.
50 is he. I would say he's like the king of that. Like
He is. Think
he's the
about
king of it.
think about it real quick. If you go back in time, do you remember the Kanye West 50 Cent beef?
It was a fake. I didn't even know it was beef. I just thought it
It
was one of
wasn't.
those. I didn't know it was beef. I just thought it was like, hey, 50 said, I'm gonna challenge Kanye. Whoever sells the most records on this day, he's like, if he sells more records than I do, I will stop rapping. And in turn, I was trying to for so long, for so many months, maybe a year. I just gave up after a year. I was trying to
Right.
figure out who won the contest, and somebody said Kanye won.
Kanye won. There's no way in hell Kanye West beat 50 Cent back in 2005.
He won. He apparently he no, that was like 2009. That was like 2009, 2010 when they had that conference. When they oh was
it's before. It had to be way before that. Because it was back when 50 Cent was like 50 Cent in rapping. Because nobody listens to no damn 50 Cent now. But it had to be 50 Cent like when 50 Cent was like big dog 50. And,
okay. I just remember they were on 106 and Park with each other together.
Exactly. It was 106 and Park. Who the hell is watching 106 and Park in 2010?
And then, you know what? And that was when they had Terrence and Roxy, you know, and stuff like that. And I don't know, you know what? And I don't know if you remember when Terrence and Roxy had issues. That was like a publicity stunt too, to boost the ratings and stuff like that.
So that's what I'm saying. So I feel like Kanye West's been doing that ever since then. Every drama he had has been stemmed from that situation. Like with the I go back to the Taylor Swift thing. If you watch, like it was an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians type thing, where you see him actually calling Taylor Swift like, "Look, I'm going to put this song out there about a beef between me and you, but I'm gonna put a song about a beef between me and you." Hold on 1 second, my wife is calling me. Sorry, my bad. My wife is yelling in the background. I don't know what's going on with her. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, that was it. It was started from there. It was a video where she actually called him. We called Taylor Swift and was like, "Yeah, Kanye is doing a song. You want to know it's okay to put you in the song as a diss." And tell like, "Oh my God, I love it." And it went on from there.
Well, okay, got you. I wasn't and I was trying to figure out about like how did that show even stay on syndication for so long? Like I tried watching an episode to see what the hype was about, and it was nothing to watch at all.
It never is. It's a show about nothing. But then again, so that show you. But that let me know. That ties back to what the main conversation is. Mm-hmm. The main conversation is how we. That's how I know we are not ready for anything big time like an award. This country is so preoccupied about celebrity, and we can have a show like that. And the matter of fact, they started a new show on Hulu, so they show that the world is fascinated. This country is fascinated about nothing.
Of course it is. Of course it is, and that's why when I looked up online how much does it cost to have your own private island. It's only $12 million. It's not that much. So once I accumulate that money, I'm gonna be inviting people, probably it's gonna be like a cult, but not really a cult. But I'm gonna be inviting, like, it's gonna be called the Free Spirited Cult of Positivity. People who bring the best out of me, and you and your wife are more than welcome. Because I feel because you're so amazing, I feel like your wife is amazing as well. You know, the yin to the yang and stuff like that. You can leave the kids here if you want to. Doesn't matter. They can fit on their own. They're grown now, So yeah, y'all can all come to because like I said, man, like this, all of this is crazy. Like I want
as long as we don't have Kool-Aid, I'm fine. We don't have to have Kool-Aid.
I mean, listen. On my private island, we're gonna have a masseuse. We're gonna have a person who does facials. All right, we're gonna have a ATV little buggy that you can drive to the store. Has all organic food. Okay, you can have all the alcohol, all the weed, if you do a little cocaine, whatever your drug of choice is. The temperature is going to be between 75 to 85 every day. Warm temperature.
I don't do it, but I might dabble. Oh.
Yeah, why not? And then it's going to rain maybe 2 or 3 times out the week. Nice little healthy balance. And everybody's and listen, you don't ever have to go to work. You're going to already be rich because, again, I'm paid for everything. So, if you want to go to work, you can. It's all going to be beautiful. You know,
I'll take it.
And guess what? They're like, man, there's a war going on. Oh, bro, we on a private island. We don't know nothing about that. That's
Damn war. Damn war. That could be my motto. Damn war. But look, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the show. We almost at an hour, and so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the war. That's a wrapping war. I'm going to wrap up the show. We almost at an hour, and but yeah, like I said though, I appreciate you. I really appreciate you joining the show tonight. I love talking to you. We always ramble and talk about everything that we don't need to be talking about, but we talk about it. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Hey, listen, man, I appreciate you wanting to bring me back on because, like I said, I'm honestly a fan. I'm a fan of the fact that you are a and that just doesn't mean I'm about to get your face spray painted on a shirt and wear it and stuff like that. But but I love your movement. First off, even sometimes when you first meet podcasters, you don't know how you guys are gonna mesh or so like that. And even with us having our first podcast and the conversation, I was like, bro, get on stand up. You are freaking hilarious. Like you can have a Netflix special.
Please.
Like you really do have a talent. And so with that being said, I'm very appreciative of you deciding to get your voice out there, you wanting to even bring me back, and everything else. I appreciate you coming on my podcast and everything else like that, and I'm gonna definitely, like I said, I'm gonna get you back on there and everything else like that again. So again, I am very thankful that we made it happen. We didn't curse each other out. Sometimes that happens. Everybody's not as home trained as you are. So.
You know what? Let me take it right here, man. I it's energy. I love your energy. We have a great time. Even on your show, I love it. I talked too much on your show last time.
But it was great, man. Listen, I was chilling. I was sitting back. You and the rest of the guys were talking. I loved it because I'm like, great, I don't have to talk as much, stuff like that. I can sit back and laugh.
And I'm sorry if anybody listened to her show last time. I want to apologize to Chris Brown. But no, but also though, I want to say, thank you so much. You don't understand how much I really appreciate anybody really being a part of this for me. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. And also, look, I wish you nothing more blessing. And you should be a doctor. So look, go ahead, man. Look, clap it up for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, guys, a doctor in therapy, not like if you don't send me no text in the middle of the night, hey, can you diagnose me? I don't know what's wrong with you.
No, she ain't gonna diagnose your slow ass kids though. Look, let me All right, y'all. Look, man, that was good, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. And before we go, Kyndra, is anything you want to say to anybody, to your family, where they can find you?
My Instagram is the Kyndra Crump Show. D as in the KYNDRA, CRUM as in Mary, P as in Paul, Show, SHOW. YouTube is Kyndra Crump. Place with a space between Kyndra and Crump. I know a lot of y'all ain't the highest grade of weed in the dispensary. It's okay. Yeah, to all the drug dealers, all the weed men out there, I want to let y'all know we're going to a coin shortage. So you guys need to find, I guess, a real job, or make sure, this is what happens when you do fraudulent activities. Can't even do Cash App, huh? So make sure you guys find a real job, because we're going to a coin shortage soon, and you guys are going to be out of work. Maybe. The end. That's all I'll say about that.
All right, y'all. Like I always say, God bless you. Peace.